Hiya, how are we doing? We're carrying on with the samples, slant, single edge, September, because it's still September. Hey! Today's soap is this one, number 3. You can see how much the sample I'm using. And this is Noble Otter Plunder. And the scent notes on this are, got scent notes, done Google, got scent notes, taken photographs, made notes, almost professional. Bay, grog, spices, rose, lime, grapefruit, vetiver and cannon smoke. So it's a bay of rum with it's a smoky bay of rum basically. Because it's a sample, there's the bit of soap there, that's how much we're using. And here's the bowl. It's the best shaving bowl in the world ever. It's a dog bowl. It's a Lickimat. The advantage of this is it bounces. It doesn't smash if you drop it. It's got nodules inside it, which you can turn it inside out and use as a hat to deflect all the bad rays that are coming around from the internet and off your phone and everything else. Get off. Didn't realise it fitted so well actually. Here you go. Next. As you can see, it's got nodules aplenty. You can actually push the soap in this way around, so you can get a pretty decent spread before you flip it back. So the soap's in there. I'm going to dump a little bit of water in to give it a bleed before we crack on. So there's a teaspoon of water in there, just sitting and blooming on it. I've got a flask full of hot water, saving in the tap. Just the brush. We're going with the Boar. We'll see if it eats it all. It's a Zenith B03A26. I think its model number is. It's a 26mm ball from Zenith, from Italy. It's been soaking a while. It's the only Boar brush I own. Only one that's survived, hasn't been chucked out or re-knotted, because they aren't the friendliest of things. I'll put that back in the soak. The razor slant above the tie. It's the S1 slant, so it's a 3-piece slant razor. This is a slant, not a torsion. It doesn't torsion the blade. It just slants it. You see, if you look at the base plate, look at underneath, you'll see it goes. Oh, that way around is actually better. You can see that it goes from having an edge up here to having no edge on this side. On this side, get his fingers out of the way, and on the other side, it's reversed. So, above the tie, very well made razors. Seem to have dropped out of favour because of, you can see how it slants it. The base plate actually is milled at an angle. I think it's a 3-degree angle, which isn't a large number, but it's more than enough. The blade, Personna mid prep, on its 4th use. He says dropping the top cap. Because there's no water, it made a lot of noise. There's a bit of overhang on the. I'm fairly sure these razors are still available from above the tie. As far as American razor makers go, they are one of my favourites, along with I've got a couple of some timeless as well. But there we go, it's on the short handle. Can't remember the name of it. It's not the Kronos, don't think. Atlas, can't remember. It's a short handle. So we've got the soap, it's been blooming. We've got a boar brush that's been soaking. We'll introduce them to each other. I do need some water in the sink though, because I need to wet the face, which is quite an important part of shaving. But if you haven't seen the Lickimat bowl, it's easy to grip, it's flexible, you can talk while you're doing it, and the nodules just help create a really nice lather. It floats in the sink, so if you've got a sink full of hot water, you've made your lather, you can put the bowl in the sink and it'll float and keep your lather warm, which is quite nice for during the winter. This sample was sent to me by Chris. I've never used no water before, don't think, off the top of my head. But as the temperature has dropped, we're now into the winter season, or approaching winter. Well, we're now in Europe anyway, in the meteorological autumn. That started 2 days ago with the equinox. Full of amazing facts and shite, aren't we? So there's the lather there. I'm not going to... Bit of water. That'll do. It's warm enough. Is this a bull lather? Kind of. The only advantage of this is it shouldn't run out if the boar brush decides to eat it all. Seagulls are flying around. Just shit on myself. We have geese starting to arrive from Greenland, so that tells you what the temperature's dropping. We had some of them on the golf course this morning. They tend to fly down to Norfolk, but there's a nature reserve about between me and Aberdeen where they stop off to feed before they fly down further down south. A good boar brush is lovely, but they are a pain in the arse. Or they can be, because they work brilliantly for one shave and then they'll just decide to eat the lather. It will just dissipate into the hairs in front of your eyes before you know it. So above the tie, S1 with a med prep on it. You'll have a head shave as well. Like I said in the past with slants, you don't try and compensate by holding the razor at an angle. Just hold it at your the normal way you would shave, and allow the engineering that's manufactured into this piece of steel. Do its job. I think this will be the last shave for this blade. Once it's knocked it down, it feels okay. I've got very little residual slickness on the skin. It could be because I've all lathered it. I've still got some soap remnants in the bottom of the bowl, so we'll get the brush, load it back up, no water. And again, because it's a sample, there's not really that much scent. We're just trying to sort out Christmas, what's happening for that. It's not far away, as much as you don't want to think about it. And before we go on, I'm just going to throw another teaspoon of water back in the bowl. Maybe a teaspoon and a half. We dribbled a bit. Happens with age. That's why they sell panty pads for men. They catch all the dribbles. You think you're finished, and before you know it, there's dots on the front of your trousers. It's an age thing, folks, get used to it. I was proud of myself last week. There was a razor came up on one of the buy-sell trade groups, and I thought, I want that. I thought, take one step backwards. I think it was about 7 o'clock at night. Most days I'm up about 5 o'clock. I said, take one step backwards. If it's still there in the morning, buy it. That's restraint, folks. Yeah, there's some residual slickness there now. I'm not going to say what razor it was. It was one that I quite fancied. I was later on lying in bed thinking, I don't really need it. I've got plenty of razors around the same sort of spec. That shaved really well. The scent certainly comes up with the next lot of hot water that's going into the soap. See, the boar brush is eating the bugger. So next morning, about 5 o'clock, somebody bought it. I was just like, you know what, I'm not bothered. It would have been nice, but I don't feel like I'm missing out. So yeah, the soap scent certainly came through stronger on this pass with the extra hot water that I've got thrown in. There we go, see, plenty of lava. Just trying to make sure there's no soap remnants in the bottom. I think we've got it all. I think we've got it all. Whether a tub of this will be stronger, scent strength wise, don't know. It's coming through as being European sort of scent strength, if that makes sense to you. It's not in your face. Spices. Some people react to nutmeg and cinnamon, which in a shaving soap can cause irritation and burning. I'm fairly lucky. I've got skin like a rhinoceros, and I've never had a reaction to any shaving soap yet. Well, apart from Crygen, that made me weep a little bit. But allergic reactions, quite fortunate, never had. No problem with the soap. Come on, give me that out of the back. Yeah, more than enough for a face wash. Enjoyed that, that was good. Post shave, I want to keep things really simple. I've got a mate, I know it's hard to believe in it. I've got a mate, Steve. We worked together in the RAF for forces for a few years, and he left and did something totally different. He's now retired. He started wet shaving not so long back, and we sorted him out with some gear and stuff, and about a month ago he said to me, I've made some aftershave splashes, do you want to try them? Okay. So he sent me two up. There's a green one and a blue one. Got the blue one today, which is Old Spice. So it's witch hazel based with some essential oils, vitamin A and a few other bits and pieces. So basically that's what we're using for the post shave. Thanks mate. There's alcohol in it, a little bit, but plenty of scent on it. The other one was Green Irish Tweed, but the Old Spice works quite nicely. So that's the post shave done. So a quick recap. Today we used a sample of Otter Plunder, basically a smoky bay rum. Got some sample. We bowl lathered it in the Lickimat bowl, as you can see, nice and clean. And we used a boar brush, a Zenith B03A26, 26mm boar brush. Yeah. The razor above the tie, S1 slant, with a Personna Med Prep for its 4th use. I might get one more out of it, we'll see. I'll mark it up, I'll throw it back in the blade tray, maybe do one shave next week off camera with it and then bin it, see how it feels. We polished off with some DIY aftershave balm with Old Spice, an Old Spice scent on it. So that's us folks. Any comments, questions or anything else, leave them below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.